Alright, Schlockmeisters fans, another re-review from my previous channel. Warning sign. Let's watch. Alright, we're in some sort of chemical facility here where they're making something. And oops. And oops number 2. Whatever was in there is now in the air. That's Joni.
Oh, yeah. Say, did you know that Mexican divorces are illegal in Utah?
And he works as a cop. That's her husband.
Dr. Nielsen, where are you?
She's a security guard at the plant. And
Dr.
something's
Nielsen,
up.
can you hear me?
We have an emergency.
Dr. Nielsen?
The place is about to go into lockdown right at quitting time. And she got out, he didn't. Now these guys inside think there's nothing wrong, so they want out.
Joni, Schmidt again. Good news. I found the problem and there is no biohazard.
Attention security! This is Dr. Nielsen in P4. Do you show a biohazard condition?
Yes, sir, I do. Aerosol contamination.
Seal the building. No one interrupt.
That glowing under infrared means there's a problem. They're infected.
Sweat glands.
Who are you guys? You the Army?
Oh, close enough. I'm glad to see that you got everything under control here.
Well, folks here would like an explanation, so would I.
Looks like we have some bodies. The feds are now there. Yeah, Fedcado.
Who else?
East.
You're jumping to conclusions.
I saw it. You saw it. Who are you trying to protect?
Everybody. You, me, your wife, the public. And you didn't see a thing, you understand?
So he goes to seek out this guy, a former doctor or former scientist there.
Yeast? Yeast? Who's talking about yeast? Is there a guy named Ed Conley down there?
Turns out the plant is just a cover for germ warfare.
Son of a bitch. It's germ warfare.
Well, Joni won't let those people in, and they're getting violent and aggressive. No doubt a result of what they've been exposed to. They're going to torture her to get the code out of her so they can get out.
Wait a minute. This is getting out of hand. No! No!
I know you're fighting, but we all want to live, don't we?
Some of them are starting to realize they're getting sick. That's Rick Rosovich there.
Some case of bad breath, huh? Just give me a minute.
Out of the way!
Shit's getting real now. And everybody who's been exposed is feeling the effects. Except Joni for some reason.
Hey, would you look at that guy's hand?
Oh no.
It's awfully bright in here, Ramesh. It hurts my eyes.
That's easily overcome, sir. Looks like your medicine works.
Listen to me, Wilson.
He had an antidote.
Back up. Nice and slow. Don't talk to him. And don't run.
What about the antitoxin? Isn't he supposed to be our man?
But the antitoxin turns out it doesn't work. This virus may have warped into something else. Dr. Nielsen?
Hello, Tom. Don't worry, you'll recover just like the rest of us. Here, let me give you a hand. Kapoor is right down this way. No, don't fight me, Tony. Don't make no... I feel rage, Joni. The antitoxin doesn't work.
Look, I know you're a husband, I know exactly what's going through your mind. But you're also a law enforcement official, and this is a major civic disaster, like a flood or an air crash.
What? She's not sick.
Has she been exposed?
Yes, and she's healthy.
It's not a disease. This is a weapon of war. Okay, you wait right there. Don't move, not for anything. You were right. She's not sick. She might be the key.
So Cal and Dr. Dan decide to sneak into the facility. Somehow they're able to do it undetected.
Excuse me, Major. Very external seal break.
Maybe not. There's Bob. So Dr. Dan decides to create a new antidote. They've all been exposed now, or at least he has been.
Hell, they don't look so dangerous.
Progesterone.
We know why Joni's immune now.
Blood is full of proteins and steroids. That's why you're immune. You're pregnant. Congratulations.
So he creates a new antidote and he's going to test it on himself.
Wait.
And when he comes to, he's fine. He's cured.
Do you
It
know
works.
where you are? Do you know what's happened?
Sure, I'm a big hero. I beat those bugs with both hands tied behind my back.
So they create a couple of injection guns and basically shoot everybody that they can. Shoot them with the antidote. They turn on the spray, the antidote in the building to douse everybody. And with only minimal casualties, everybody's cured and released.
Plan from top to bottom, there isn't a butt left waiting. Congratulations, Doc. Whatever you cooked up did the job.
That's our film. All right. Let's talk about Warning Sign. Now, this is a movie that showed up on cable back around 1986 or so, and that's when I first saw it. This is one of those movies that I saw first and then decided to tape it afterwards. Back then, I used to tape a lot of movies. I just looked through the cable guide and say, I'll tape that, and that. But this one, I had to watch it first. I ended up seeing it, and I liked it enough, so I decided to tape it. So, anyway, it's a movie about a biohazard, a chemical gets loose in this chemical plant. It's like a secret military operation, although they're pretending to be some sort of, I don't know what they're pretending to be, but not that. But this chemical gets loose, and people start getting infected and dying and getting aggressive, that sort of thing. Kathleen Quinlan is the person there who, she's like a security officer or something. As soon as this thing gets loose, she contains the building, shuts it down, locks the doors, that sort of thing, locks a lot of the scientists inside and such, so they can't get out. They're pleading with her to let her out because they think they're fine, but they're not. And ultimately, they start to turn into, well, they start dying and things, and they get really violent and aggressive, that sort of thing. Her husband is the local sheriff, played by Sam Waterston, right? Yeah. So he goes out and meets up with this other scientist who used to work there, but he quit. He kind of lives off the grid now, and former alcoholic, wants nothing to do with that place. But he feels there's been some sort of spill, so he decides to go help. And there is an antidote to what's happened to them, but it doesn't work anymore. So he and the sheriff, they got to break into that building, and they meet up with Joni. But this time, Joni's been overpowered by the aggressive people inside. But they get her, and they end up, he ends up coming up with a new antidote, and he tries it on himself first, which works. And then it turns out Joni is pregnant, so she has some sort of natural immunity. That they figure out that's why she's immune, because she's pregnant. No explanation why that would do that. But by this time, the government has shown up, and they're locking everything down. And the people inside that are infected are going wild. They make some inoculation guns basically and put the antidote in there, and they kind of shoot them, and then everything is contained. They're fine. Ultimately, everybody's fine. Only a couple people died, and that's how our movie ends. There you go. That is warning sign. Chemicals gone wild, I guess. So anyway, I think it's a decent film. I was looking at some of the reviews of this online in terms of critics and stuff. Not very happy with it. They didn't really like it at all, but I thought it was enjoyable. A nice way to kill 99 minutes. Whatever. The guy from the Police Academy movies is in this movie. G.W. Bailey, I think is his name. Yaphet Kotto, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, who's been in a ton of things, died a year ago, almost to the date, tomorrow actually. And he was in this as well. I remember him from Midnight Run. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, I picked up this DVD back in 2016 or so, and at that time, DVD was quite pricey. It was out of print. Anchor Bay put this out. Now, since then, a Blu-ray has been released, which you can get for about $23 or so. I'll leave a link to that down below if you're looking for it. And click the link. You should buy it and get it. But I looked online on eBay, and the DVD is still running for a high price. I saw one for $30, but another one was like $80, $60. I don't know. It's still way up there. I don't know why. Is there anything on this DVD? There is some audio commentary from the writer/director, Hal Barwood. But is that... that might be on a Blu-ray too, for all I know. I don't know. But I don't know why this DVD is still expensive. The Blu-ray is cheaper. Get that instead. So there you go. Anyway, check it out. Warning sign. I'm sure a lot of people have seen this one. Let me know what you think about it and watch it. Bye. Leave some comments.